here's the latest news in the Northern Marianas. We caught up with the local representative Ed Probst after the historic passage of his animal protection bill in the legislature here. KUAM also asked about the mounting concern of spending and accountability from the executive branches. Take a listen.
Absolutely. I think whenever we start asking questions, some people in power will become apprehensive or defensive and sometimes upset. But from our angle as public servants, we know, and because we often talk about it, that one of the principles of good governance is transparency and certainly accountability. So when we want to shed light on these contracts, whether they're sole sourced or not, and whether they're justifiable or not, how could that be a bad thing? I've been a huge advocate of ensuring that sole source contracts are not done unless it's an absolute emergency, and such an emergency needs to be justified. We also have to take into consideration and just ensure for everyone's for fairness that these contracts are looked over, that they are given to perhaps the best contractor available, and that we have ensured that it's at a fair price.
He took to Facebook writing that the Marianas medical referral patients have been stuck in the Philippines, unable to return home because of restrictions caused by COVID-19. Other residents have also found themselves trapped overseas, he writes. He says that the U.S. Department of State has worked hard to help setting up special flights, and providing information how to get special travel documents needed during the pandemic. The department, he says, advises congressional offices many times each week on the situation, and around the world, he says that constituents who need assistance or information about a specific country should contact their congressional office. KUM also reached out to a few of those residents who are stuck in the Philippines, both with families from Guam and the CNMI. And in other news, Governor Torres' office writing that the CNMI Nutrition Assistance Program office is reminding households that their responsibility as NAP recipients to report within 10 business days household changes that affect their current approved applications. The governor's office writes that resources for NAP eligibility are considered bank accounts such as checkings or savings account, cash on hand, including a non-recurring lump sum payment. And an update from the Tinian Mayor's office. The Tinian Mayor there writes that the community-based testing happening at the health center on Tinian is now accepting walk-ins to register for COVID-19 test sites. There are representatives on site that are ready to assist any residents who want to walk in at the Tinian Health Center for a COVID-19 test. And here are the latest numbers from the Commonwealth Healthcare Corporation for the CNMI. The cumulative number of confirmed COVID-19 cases remains at 22, with 13 recoveries and 2 deaths. The number of persons released from quarantine is now 472, and there are updated numbers from the Community Testing Initiative. In total, Saipan has tested 4,802 residents, Tinian has tested 275 residents, and Rhoda has tested 346 residents. Bringing Chris, the governor is holding a press conference at 8 a.m. to brief media, and we'll bring that to you with the latest information from the NMI.
All right, thank you, Tomas. And this just in, we just got a release from the Guam Waterworks Authority that it received an overwhelming response to its water and wastewater system revenue bonds, Series 2020A. Excuse me, offering today. GWA successfully sold $134 million in revenue bonds, which attracted orders totaling $2.9 billion, 22 times more than the available amount in bonds offered. The high demand from investors allowed GWA to further reduce the interest rate by 25 basis points from 4.2% to 4%. The bond sale is a great day for GWA in Guam. This just demonstrates GWA's continuing success story as a best-in-class utility. That from CCU Commissioner Joey Duenas. GWA General Manager Miguel Bordallo added that the success of this bond issuance during the prevailing market conditions in light of the COVID-19 pandemic